here, and are we good to go? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Apparently B was also go. Or B is go. So if you've never played this game before, this is an old Super Nintendo game. It was the only Super Nintendo game I was aware of that combined a simulation with a platformer. It was, really, I enjoyed this game as a kid a lot, and I still do. Thanks, Karn. This game has a Castlevania-esque touch to it for the platforming side. Alright, that was close. Are you gonna give me characters, sweet voiceovers? No, voiceovers in a speed run are generally not a good idea. Also, there's not many voices to voiceover. Alright, so this is the simulation mode. The simulation mode is very interesting. You have to basically tell them where to build and then destruct stuff. And we're gonna tell them to build over there, but in the meantime, we need to tear everything down. We also need to kill monsters. Every monster I kill is basically adding one to the soul pool. I'm using the lightning to kind of draw out, and my aim is terrible right now. I also want to put them down here. But every monster I kill adds one to the soul pool, which soul pool means how many people can possibly build out in the town. So right now I'm trying to build in two directions at once, which is hard at the beginning because you don't have the population to do that, but as soon as I seal one layer, all the monsters that are in one layer will get added to my total soul pool. So there's like 140 or something in this layer up here. So now we're building in both directions pretty quickly. Any percent. Alright, I didn't have anyone build up here, so this is gonna be the first layer I kill down here. Alright, now I have all the population from that layer. So I'm gonna bring this back up here. Start drawing it that way. And I'm gonna do another lightning here. Alright, good. They're building in all those directions. So I just built in 3 directions at once, which is really nice to do. It saves me a lot of time. Alright, now we gotta go this way. I'm gonna do lightning here because we get one of our magics from doing that. So as soon as that's done, the people are gonna interrupt me right now. Alright, this guy's off to try to cause some trouble, which I don't want him to do. One more round and I should be able to... Oh, I've got to put this fire out. I don't have enough. There we go. Alright. Uh-oh. See, he'll use lightning to destroy the huts, which just lowers my population. It's just something I don't want. Alright, so now we'll seal this layer off. I'll come by and run here. And hopefully that won't take too much time. Actually, I won't do that at all. I'll just go straight to this layer here. Because I can go straight to sealing this layer. Well, now I can, because they just told me they can build bridges. One of the problems is initially you can't build bridges until you seal the first 3 layers, so you need to seal the other ones first. Was this a Squaresoft game? No, but I can't remember off the top of my head who made this game up right now. Alright, so now we go to do Act 2. I have no magic, that's fine. I don't need magic for this one. So every zone there are 2 acts, Act 1 and Act 2. You saw me do Act 1 already, which is pretty much the first time when you come into a zone, and Act 2 is to basically finish off the area. So you can start achieving maximum population in it. Crap. Ooh, that's bad. I wasn't even paying attention to my health. That's bad. Alright. This boss is a pushover, really. You just let him hit you. You do like 7 hits in the time that he hits you once, so... Really easy boss. Minotaur. Alright, now we just stay around and film more a little bit and try to build our population up a tad bit and get more streets built, so while you're away in other zones, you will get population growth. So we're going to be preparing for that by building other streets, so there's plenty of room for them to grow. But this is the resident sleeper part of the run. Anytime I'm waiting for population is not really much to do. Alright, now I'm level 3. And they have an offering for me, which I will gladly take because it's a magic scroll. I'm moving this down here because if the people move to here, they'll find another magic scroll, which is useful to me. Yeah, see? Now they have a whole bunch of offerings I need to pick up, but we're going to keep building out our streets. And once we do that, we'll pick up our offerings and leave. We'll take all the offerings. And move on to the next one. Now Act 1 of this zone has some of the... crap. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with that. I didn't pick my magic. Act 1 in this zone has some of the best music in the game, in my opinion. A lot of the music from this game is just absolutely excellent. Wow. Just got wrecked. I'm doing terrible. That is one of the risks of that fight. He can just so easily knock you off. And if you fall down into the quote-unquote water, then you die. There we go. So now we can do the simulation mode for this. Gotta use the sun to clear the swampy places. I have to use bridges so they know how to build bridges right off the bat. Alright, so sun here. And sun here. And that's all we can build for the moment. Wow, I just missed a cycle. That sucks. Alright, we're gonna seal this layer here quickly. Alright, now we bring this back up here. We're gonna make it rain here. Which was not the right place to make it rain. Right here is the right place. Because I get an item by doing that. Source of life, which is helpful for Deathheim. Alright, so we can start building in both ways now. Get the sun out here. Alright, we're building in two directions at once now. Go back up here. Levels matter in the simulation mode because until you're a certain level, you can't proceed until you get to the you can't proceed to the next parts of the game until you get a certain level. So Kasandora is the next area. You can't get there until you are level 6. Aitos is level 8. No, Kasandora is level 4. Aitos is level 6. Marana is level 8. And Northwall is level 10. Alright, we're sealing this layer. So you kind of have to plan, your population is what determines your level. So once the global population is a certain amount, you get up to a certain level. Alright, I'll be able to seal this layer after this finished building here. Alright, now we can do Act 2. I want to kill this guy first. Alright. Let's select our magic. And let's go. Go down. Alright. No, this is not a Metroid game. This game's called ActRaiser. Really bad RNG. Oh, wow. He needs to stop spawning up there. Perfect. Got him. Got him before he even transformed. Somehow it's Kuja's fault. Alright, so now we have to be a little careful with our population because we want to build some roads. Once the population in the city gets to a certain level, they're going to enter a state of conflict, at which point they will not grow until the conflict is resolved, even if I'm away. So I'm just going to basically build a bunch of roads really quick like, and then get out of here and move on to the next zone. And I don't want to dilly-dally too long. Alright, and we're going to move on to Kasandora. And that'll be that for Bloodpool. If I go back to Bloodpool, it's probably going to enter in conflict, and I don't want them to do that. I was afraid that fire was gonna hit me. This game is a lot of fun. I always enjoyed playing this. As a kid, I would drain... All the layers have a certain specific amount of enemies. And I would just kill all the enemies before I'd ever see the layers, which is just super slow way to do it, but that's what I did as a kid anyway. I guess I didn't realize I could build out while the enemies are around, and you can seal them then. Alright, so now you gotta wash all the sand away here. Right now I need to use wheat immediately. Wheat population a little faster, so there's two places I want to teach how to learn wheat, or teach how to grow wheat, not learn wheat. Which would be this area and Marana. I don't care about Northwall since I don't care about population when I get there. It says 4 AM AGTQ slot written all over it. I'm not sure if what you're trying to say is good or bad. Or a mixture. This game goes surprisingly well with Star Wars music. In the world, Karn. Alright, level 5 now. Yeah, this guy's lost in the desert and he's passed out. He's dead, but we're not going to rescue him because that takes time. Alright. So now we gotta go Act 2. Shut up, Michael. Ooh, barely made that. Alright. Act 2's done. And now we're gonna clear some more room for population growth. You made fresh popcorn. Wow. Glad you're enjoying the stream, Michael. The popcorn must be for when you're trying to give me a hard time about Lara's legs. I'm sure that's what it's for. Alright. Making sure you don't forget. I'm pretty sure that you haven't let me forget. Pretty sure of that. Right now I'm waiting to go to the next level before I can proceed on to Aitos. And there we go. So I'm going to build a couple more roads and I'm going to get on my way to Aitos. Alright, let's go. Is this SimCity? Why, yes, actually, it is. SimCity Angels and Demons. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, Disenchantment. You nailed it on the head there. So, I picked up some points right there. You're like, well, what is the point? What's the point of points in this game? And actually, points have a very, they don't really matter for any percent. I'm just picking up because I pick them up. Because I'm going that way anyway. But points will increase the maximum population pool you can get in a zone. For every 50 points that you pick up adds another monster to the lairs in each zone. So, because of that, you increase the maximum possible population that you can have in every zone. So you need that. You need to pick up points, enough points in every single place for 100%. All right, Act 1's done. No, I did not, Michael. I did not see that game. These guys take 8 hits to kill. And they're the most annoying monsters in the game. Because they do about 8 damage to you. And if they ever actually unleash their attack against the town, it does an earthquake. Which pretty much wrecks the whole town, as you might imagine. Alright. So I'm building all the way over here, so this guy will start exploring the mountain, and eventually he'll discover a magic scroll that I can use. Which reminds me, I need to go back to Kasandora because I never picked up the offerings they had. Which is a problem, because I need the fleece for Northwall. Alright, they found the scroll. Alright. Good night, Hunter. I hate these things. What's up, Peanut? Uh-oh. Oh, that was close. Whatever. I don't need that much health for this guy. All right. Alright, so when we're done here, we need to build out some roads, and then we'll be able to move on once we get to level 8. Wow, disenchantment. Alright, now is the boring part of waiting for the population. It's going good, I think, Axiom. Not exactly sure. Without my splits, I can't really tell how far ahead or behind I am. So we're gonna go build one more road over here, and we'll leave here, stop by Kasandora, and pick up the offerings that we missed. Actually, we need to go pick up the offerings that we missed here. This is ActRaiser Berg. Oh, I'm full on items. Okay, they didn't have anything for me. So now to Rahna. Please. Game, please. Alright, that was close. I just realized I'm missing magic. It is currently close to 10:30 for me, Axiom. I am on Eastern time. Don't miss the cycle. I almost missed the cycle. See if we can get enough population gain to build 3 places at once. Probably not. We didn't even get the roads going 3 places. Alright, we need to seal this layer up. Okay, let's see. Can't remember if I can seal this one right off the bat. Yes, I can. So now we have one more layer to seal after this. Go all the way back down here. Start working this way. Now we seal it. Alright. Now for Act 2. What time are we at? 55? I think we're doing okay. I'm going to be struggling by not having certain magic when I go in here. But I'm gonna have to get over that, I guess. Have a blunder. I forgot the magic of Bloodpool because I was trying to get out of there so quickly. Once I can get into Northwall, it's not a big deal anymore. Whether or not Bloodpool's population continues growing. Please. It's not too hard, Berg. One of the things that makes this category a little harder is that I'm going in at the lowest level possible, usually. And so I'll have less life, less abilities because of that, because I'm trying to do it with the least amount of stuff that I need. But I guess for a first-time player, it can be a little hard, but it's not too bad. You get used to it quickly. It's a fun game. Now I need to wait until I hit level 10. Once I hit level 10, I'm stopping by Bloodpool. And I'll pick up the magic that I so desperately need. Overall goal in this game is to purge all evil. Alright, let's move out. I'll stop by Bloodpool on my way to Northwall. Observe the people, try to activate the menu before they tell me they have a problem. There's a source of magic, magical stardust, and move on. Alright, we got their magic. Northwall. So, basically you're trying... I mean, when Disenchantment said SimCity, Demons and Angels, pretty much Disenchantment was right on the ball for that. You are basically an angel or God himself, taking the world back from the demons, and Tazera, I think, is the antagonist name in this game. And so that is the whole process of reclaiming everything from what is evil to give it back to the people. Also, the birds suck. Stardust OP RNG. Yeah, tell me about it. Stardust will either make you very happy or make you very sad. And usually not much between. Is there any way to get life back? Yes, if I find an apple. That will give me life back. Stupid eyeballs. Might as well be Kappas. It's like, here's an apple I'm using. Refill health. Alright. Northwall Act 1 is significantly easier than Northwall Act 2. Northwall Act 2 is the hardest platforming level in this entire game. It is hard not to die throughout the entirety of it. So this is the final zone. I do not care about population in this zone at all. So different monsters do different things. The blue dragons will strike lightning on any structures. The red guys, red devils, I think they're actually called, will pretty much nuke all the crops in the fields. And the brown floating heads will invoke earthquakes if you let them fly around long enough, which will pretty much devastate your entire town if they're low enough structures. Oh, I forgot about that. Whatever. The red jerk keeps shooting your town center. Oh no, that's the souls. Every time I kill a monster, the soul goes to the town center. Wait, did I just get that magic? Or did I get a scroll? I can't remember. Alright. Now we can cross the river. You have to seal these 2 layers before you can cross the river. They don't work for me. They work for themselves, Berg. But I appreciate you trying to make me feel guilty again. Jerk. Alright. what do I... Yeah, I want the source of magic, that's all I want. Alright, now we get to go Act 2, which is all sorts of fun. And we're making... It's gonna be close. I'm not sure if I can PB or not, but it's gonna be close. If I don't die in this act, it's possible. Also, worms are terrible. Alright, this first part went good. Stop. Crap, I need to... I want to get this apple down here. Oh, crap. No, we screwed it up. Whatever. Just wasted a bunch of time there. I was trying to get to that apple on the right, but it doesn't even matter now. Alright, let's kill this guy. Oh yeah, look at that RNG. Alright, that's really bad timing on my part. Alright. Not sure if we can PB. Still unclear. Alright, it's nothing but platforming from here on out. Basically boss fights. It's a giant boss rush at the end here. Can somebody do me a favor, go to my page and check my PB? Because I really... It's like 116 something, I can't remember exactly what it is. So all the bosses in this phase are a lot harder, or faster, stronger, etc. Usually faster is the, Oh, 14? Oh gosh, never mind. Thank you, Disenchantment. I don't know if I can beat that. That's one too many. Dang it. Yeah, there's no way I can PB. I don't think it's possible. Alright, next round's intentional death. Come on, RNG. Work with me here. Work better. Thank you. Took 4 scrolls. That's not as much as I wanted out of that. Alright. No, not a PB, but we should finish close within a minute. Crap. Alright, that's sloppy. One more hit. There. Plus 1 minute. Now for the longest credits in all of Super Nintendo history. Thanks, Peanut. Yeah, these credits were longer than even Link to the Past. Have you ever finished Illusion of Gaia? No, I haven't. But these credits run for about 12 minutes. After this, we'll be doing Super Metroid Reverse Boss Order, so don't go anywhere. That is up next. Seems more like an indie game. I mean, it wasn't, the big names weren't the ones that made this game. It's Enix and Quintet that made this game. It's very different. RBO or Riot. Well, since this is not a PB, I'm going to stop this recording and free up some disk space. Interesting. That's weird how some AVI recordings work, because the recording for ActRaiser is 15 gigs larger than the recording for Zero Mission, but yet I'm like 15 minutes away from matching the recording for Zero Mission. So 100%. Alright. Don't erase the twerking part. It's the exact same capture, disenchantment, but then again, there is more black space on the Game Boy player, so maybe that encodes easier. If AVI is even encoding, because it's almost like raw data. Oh, I don't know. I've never really considered it. You know, when I remember back in the days of Blockbuster, after playing through ActRaiser 1, I was like, well, there's ActRaiser 2, this must be pretty good. And I remember renting ActRaiser 2, and for some reason, I could never get anywhere in the game. Like, literally, for some reason, I would try to go to the first area, and I think I tried it not too long ago on an emulator too, and it wouldn't start the game. I don't know if I was doing something wrong. I don't even know if that's a common problem for some people that were just doing something wrong. I mean, obviously, I've got to be doing something wrong. I thought my game cartridge was busted when I rented it from Blockbuster, but I don't know. And so I've never played through ActRaiser 2, although I hear it's the preferred game to speedrun. Any word when that suggestion box will be up? No, man, I've got so many things I need to do, so many projects I've taken upon myself that I need to even get started on. Never mind all the stuff that I've always wanted to do for Super Metroid. There's the whole Discovery Bingo idea that I still haven't even started on. And I started fooling around with some CSS and HTML and a little bit of JavaScript for that, but I never really got to the degree I wanted to anywhere near starting on it. The suggestion box, I may make a Steam group. I don't know, that seems to be what some people out there do. It's easy, you can start threads on Steam groups. So that might be the easiest, quickest solution. So if I do that, I'll send out a tweet and put it out on my page. I'm the driver of the stream, but he's got a whole channel full of backseat gamers who know just what buttons to push. Ain't that the truth? You guys should have seen my stream Monday. It was terrible. I thought I was going to end up banning everyone, even my mods. Actually, let me rephrase that. I thought I was going to end up banning everyone, especially my mods. I obviously don't know what buttons to push. I'm saying that more in jest, but my chat was very exceptionally trolly Monday when I was finishing off Chrono Trigger. And Michael has... So the last night that I was finishing up Chrono Trigger, I failed to save Lara. And Michael has taken it upon himself to remind me of that in a not-so-subtle format, usually requiring kappas approximately every 5.5 minutes. I'm surprised he hasn't sent me Twitter messages reminding me. I did not issue any challenge, Michael. None whatsoever. And no, that wasn't a Star Wars song, Vinardo. I will send those messages. It wasn't a challenge. Just let Lara die without legs in peace. Alright, Axiom. Have a good night, man. Fiend!